Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant, and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.icparwanda.com to register.
Hey, guess what's back? Holiday Mula Mindset is back for edition 2. And this year, we're thinking even bigger. Ever wondered what your favorite app, AI, a World Cup tournament, a hit movie, a successful business, a hospital, or even your dream career all have in common? Every big idea needs smart money decisions. And that's where accounting skills come in. This holiday, we're taking you behind the scenes to discover how money, business, technology, entertainment, sports, healthcare, and innovation all connect, and why accounting is at the heart of it all. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for fun, interactive live sessions with inspiring experts who will challenge the way you think about money, business, careers, and your future, and discover why financial knowledge is a superpower that every future leader needs. And that's not all. After every session, take a quiz, earn points, climb the leaderboard, and stand a chance to become a Holiday Mula Mindset champion and win exciting prizes. This holiday, don't just scroll. Learn, explore, compete, grow. Build your Mula Mindset. See you online.
ICPA, unlimited possibilities.
Igihe imvura iguye ari nyinshi, urugendo rwo kujya cyangwa kuva ku ishuri rushobora kugaragaramo ibyago byinshi, ariko twese dufatanyije dushobora kurinda umutekano w'abana. Bana, mwirinde kwambuka imigezi igihe yuzuye cyane cyangwa hari amazi menshi atemba mu muhanda cyangwa ahandi hantu hatandukanye. Ibyo bishobora gutera impanuka ikomeye cyangwa bigatwara ubuzima bwawe. Bana, mugende mu matsinda kandi munyuze mu nzira zizwi kandi zitekanye. Kugendana bituma mufashanya kandi mukabasha gutabarana igihe bibaye ngombwa igihe habaye ibibazo. Igihe imvura iguye ari nyinshi cyangwa irimo inkuba, ugama mu nzira iri hafi yawe, utegereze kugeza igihe imvura ihitiye ubone gukomeza urugendo. Ababyeyi bakwiye kumenya inzira abana banyuramo bajya cyangwa bava ku ishuri, kandi aho bibaye ngombwa bakabaherekeza. Abarezi bakomeze kwigisha abanyeshuri kwirinda gukinira mu mazi, kwambuka imigezi yuzuye cyangwa kugama munsi y'ibiti mu mvura irimo inkuba. Iyo ababyeyi, abarezi n'abanyeshuri bafatanyije, buri mwana agenda amahoro kandi akagaruka mu rugo atekanye. Umutekano w'abanyeshuri ni inshingano za twese.
Icyo twakora ngo twirinde gukubitwa n'inkuba ku ishuri. Ibihe by'imvura cyane cyane umuhindo n'itumba tugira inkuba ziteza ingaruka zikomeye iyo hatabayeho kwitwararika. Abanyeshuri bari mu bakunze kwibasirwa no gukubitwa n'inkuba. Niyo mpamvu buri munyeshuri asabwa kubahiriza ingamba zikurikira, by'umwihariko igihe imvura irimo inkuba. Guhagarika gukinira hanze mu gihe imvura itangiye kugwa. Kwihutira kugama mu ishuri cyangwa indi nyubako iri hafi, ukava byihuse mu mazi. Kwirinda kugama munsi y'ibiti mu gihe uva cyangwa se ujya ku ishuri. Kirazira gukoresha telefoni mu gihe cy'imvura nk'iyo. Kirazira kureka amazi cyangwa gukora indi mirimo. Ingaruka z'inkuba.
Hey, guess what's back? Holiday Mula Mindset is back for edition 2. And this year, we are thinking even bigger. Ever wondered what your favorite app, AI, a World Cup tournament, a hit movie, a successful business, a hospital, or even
Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant, and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.ikparwanda.com to register.
in your dream career all have in common. Every big idea needs smart money decisions. And that's where accounting skills come in. This holiday, we're taking you behind the scenes to discover how money, business, technology, entertainment, sports, healthcare, and innovation all connect, and why accounting is at the heart of it all. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for fun, interactive live sessions with inspiring experts who will challenge the way you think about money, business, careers, and your future, and discover why financial knowledge is a superpower that every future leader needs. And that's not all. After every session, take a quiz, earn points, climb the leaderboard, and stand a chance to become a Holiday Mula Mindset champion and win exciting prizes. This holiday, don't just scroll. Learn, explore, compete, grow. Build your Mula mindset. See you online.
ICPA, unlimited possibilities. Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant, and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.ikparwanda.com to register. Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you get
Hi, student in holidays. Yeah, today you are with me, your learning facilitator. My name is Baptiste Ntawukuriryayo. We'll be learning together today about saving and investing. Before we start, I would like to know your names, you students who are attending today. Starting with you.
By the names of those I like to get.
Okay, good.
My name is Ntawukuriryayo. My name is Baptiste.
My name is Analyst.
Yes. It's okay. You? Okay. So today, the theme is pay yourself first. Before you do anything, pay yourself. When we say pay yourself first, it's about what about to pay yourself? What is to pay yourself first? So let me ask you a question. If today I give you 10,000 francs, what would you do about it with that money? So, anyone with the idea? If I give you 10,000 francs, anyone with the idea of what would you do with that money? Yes?
Thank you. When you give me like 10,000 francs, I would first save like half of it, and maybe I can buy some other things in the rest 5,200 francs. Thank you.
Yeah, good approach. So, if I say pay yourself first, it means save for your future. That will pay yourself. And second, with this question I ask you, if I give you 10,000 Rwandan francs, it's about splitting the needs and what you want. Many students doesn't know how to separate the needs, the primary needs, and what they want. People want many things, but what do you really want, or what do you really need? So you need to separate them so that you have your priorities. And second is know how to use that amount of money, right? So today we are going to learn about pay yourself first, and also we are going to learn about smart money. smart future, and also we're going to learn about the discipline and saving culture. When we say pay yourself first, it's a good rule to know that when you are saving, you are paying yourself. It's a good rule to know the future of yourself, to picture, to plan ahead of time. And also when we say smart money, smart future, this is what I was talking about, needs versus wants. What do you need? What are your needs? And what do you want? It's a simple, with a simple student budget. I know you might say, I don't have money, right? But money always passes through your hands. You visit your aunts, they give you a ticket, plus few hundreds for juice when you are traveling, and then you take it like, I get money and then tomorrow I get another money. But you don't have a plan of what you need and how you will achieve it. The last is the habit. You have to develop the habit of saving, the habit of planning ahead and planning how you achieve it. So when we say pay yourself, saving is not to save what is remaining. It's to save what you're really planning to use ahead. Because when you have money, nothing remains in your hands. Normally because you always want many things. But what if today you have those 10,000, and then in 5 coming years you are about to start your own business? Where do you think you get the capital? Imagine if you save like 500 Rwandan francs per week. That's more than 26,000 per year. Many of you are still learning, but imagine in the next 5 years where you'll be. Some of you will be in university, some of you will be investors, some of you will be starting their own business using that money you saved. Even if you need a support, even if you need a hand, you will need a starting capital, right? So, when you say pay yourself, it means start with planning on getting what you need ahead of time. So, when I say pay yourself first, it is not buying yourself nice things before helping others. It's not even saving whatever remains. At the end, usually nothing remains. Because you might see your friend have a nice shoes, and then you will want them, right? That way we comes at what is pay yourself first means setting aside a share of yourself before any spending. When you have that money, split it. Before spending, say maybe 10% or 20%, I'm going to set this aside. Treating saving as the bill you pay. When you are planning to pay, when you are planning to spend, treat saving as part of your spends. Not just saving the remains, not just saying if I remain with this portion of 5% or 1%, this is what I'm going to save. The person you are paying is you, future you, right? 5 years from now, 10 years, depending on whether you are planning to use those savings. The other thing which we need to develop is a habit. In a saving, habit matters more than even amount. Money already passes through your hands. You might say, I'm a student, I don't have money. Where am I going to get money? But remember, money always passes through your hands. When you go at school, they give you pocket money, right? Before buying milk, before buying snacks, you might set aside a portion of that money. You say, this is my saving. Plan it in what you are planning to spend with that money that passed through your hands. When you are a student, people, parents used to send you to buy many things. And then they say, the coins remains will be yours. Am I right? They say, those 300 remains yours. With those 300 or 200 you are accumulating, they might become a big money in coming future when you save them. So, the next question, where do we have to save? We have many ways of saving, and you might have a saving box at home where you put those coins. When they becomes at a certain amount, you might open a bank account and then you put that amount in bank account. Also, as we know, we have mobile money, more cash saving, right? You might put that one on that account. Second, at school we have saving clubs, right? You might save there also. When you spend that money, you might think it's a small amount you are putting. But imagine when you have that box where you are putting those coins, you are receiving or you are remaining when you are paying for what your parents have sent you to buy. Imagine if you put all those coins and then after 1 year or 2 years you open that box. Can you imagine how much money would you get there? Would be a lot. So, the next question you should ask for yourself, what are you saving for? I would ask the students online to write in comments, what are they saving for? Because when you are saving, you should plan what you are going to use that money for. Right? That's when you will realize you can achieve that particular target you are setting yourself without upper hand. If you have a target you want to achieve, if you have what you want to achieve, that's a good thing to have. So, when you have that money, when you have a target, when you have where to save, so if it can't wait, it can't wait until after you have paid it yourself. You know what it means? It means if you really want to hit that target, if you really want to achieve that things you are saving for, you have to treat it as a bill you are paying among of the bill you are paying. That's why when we started, we said, when you have that portion of money and then you are going to pay bills, treat saving as part of your bills. You might not have 20,000 to buy shoes today. But if you save 500 in every 2,000 you receive, you might reach those 20,000 in no time. You might say, in 5 years, I will start a business with a capital of 1 million. When many students sitting here and online, I know to say $1 million is a big deal for you. But I promise you, and I can tell you, if you start saving, you treat it as a part of your budget. You can reach that $1 million and even more in those 5 years when you finish your studies. And then you won't be able to struggle looking for jobs. You'll be starting your own business. So, for these 10 seconds, ask yourself, do I need it? Or do I just want it? Separate needs and wants. And also, can I truly afford it? Afford means after paying yourself first instead of it. After saving, after paying yourself first. And also, will it still matter next month? Today you saved, but the next month, is it still matter to still save? If yes, develop a habit of saving. Make it your first priority. Make it the first bill you are going to pay when money passes through your hand. So, when you receive money, split that money in portions. Might say 50% is going to be needs. What you truly need, food, transport, school basic, because when you're at school, you really need a pen, you really need a notebook. You really need those school basic things. And the 30% say these are responsibilities. School needs, helping home, sharing with others to develop social with other colleagues. But 10 to 20, save it at the first when you receive that money. Because when it reaches in the future, you will understand the value when you'll be starting business while others are struggling to go to university, to go to look for jobs. You might even use that money to start university. And then your parent support you when you already started the university. This money, you might think it's a little, but when it reaches that time, when you hit that target you set before, you said, maybe you might say, this money I'm going to save, it will help me to start the university. When you finish high school, you say, okay, let me see my saving. You see the balance, you start the university, and after that, you will start understanding the value of what you did. These are the amount which you might think or you will think is non-negotiable. Let's say if your parent gave you 10,000, then you say, these 2,000, they are non-negotiable, they are going to be my savings. And then you say, this 5,000, I'm going to pay what I need. and then the 3,000, I will spend them with school needs. I'll spend them with helping others, or developing social with others, or paying in social clubs. The second thing which we need to understand is saving store money, but investing grows it. Saving keeps your money safe for goals and emergencies. Comes first always. But when you invest your money, you are growing your money. Right? When you put your money to work, that money will earn more money. They will be compounding. Do you know compounding interest? So, you might grow your money from saving when you invest that money. Now you can ask yourself, I'm still a student. Where do I invest that money I'm saving? Does anyone have an idea? No? We have many ways. Do you know more cash saving? It earns you monthly interest. Our banking systems, when you open a saving account, they give you interest because you are saving your money, but you are investing with them. Have you ever heard something called RNIT? You are studying which option? Accounting. Go search for RNIT fund. It's an investing public institution that when you put your money, they give you compounding interest. There is many ways to invest. When you put 5,000 or 10,000, and then after 1 year you come, you see it's 12. Wouldn't you be happy? Because the money you put there is not the amount which is there. So in next Tuesday, RNIT on investment and compounding, they will come here and then they will explain more. Because I know many students online and you who are here today will learn more about investing so that you can be able to invest that saved money. So, it's quiz time. True or false? Saving is only for people with big salaries. False. Pay yourself first means buying yourself nice things before helping others. 500 Rwandan francs a week is too small. A want can wait, a need cannot. True. Betting is a form of investment. False. Because when you are betting, it's a probability. Right? You might earn, but if you do your math well, there is a high probability of losing. And when we say saving, investment, it's about exact calculations. Have you ever done a balance sheet? You said you are doing it. When your numbers are mismatching, what do you do?
You do.
So, in betting, they use probability. You are not sure. But when you are investing, there is no probability. You have to understand where you are investing and how you are going to earn. So,
but also investing, like when you invest in a business,
yes.
the business may fail. So there is a probability also.
Yeah, that's why when you are doing your business plan, you develop what we call risk forecasting, right? And you monitor that risk before it reaches at its peak. That's different from betting. Because when you are doing your business plan, you analyze your risk and you see your risk threshold, you see if it's worth to take that risk. And if those risks, if they are manageable. Right? So, we're going to talk about discipline and saving culture. So, everyone is motivated on the day money arrives. When you receive money, everyone is happy. Because you have money to pay for your bills. But discipline is what remains on day 3. When you started spending your money, then you say, my money is going to finish. That's when you will realize, how did I manage to spend this all money? Have it happened to you before? Like you went to your aunt, they give you 10,000, including 2,000 ticket, and then you are remaining with 8,000. You call your friends, you buy juice or soda, take snacks. You are paying a bill of 6,000, and then when you reach home, you say, I'm remaining with 1,000. How did I spend all this money? Have it ever happened to you before? Yeah. So that's what we call discipline. Discipline is to say, okay, I got my 10,000, I'm going to use this 2,000 with ticket. I'm going to save maybe 3 or 5. So I'm remaining with 3,000. Okay, I'm going to take my friends out. We will not go beyond 3,000. Because you already paid your needs, ticket which you need, because you're in holiday. You have saved, which is part of your bill. You are paying yourself because you are paying future you. What you become next years. Because many people who are successful today, they are successful not because they did miracles, because they have planned ahead, because they have thought about their future, because they have thought when that money which is coming through their hand, when that money will not still coming. And then they planned ahead. Because those friends who are sharing meal, it's good to share with them meal. But ask yourself, when you be at the age of starting university, and then you're about to spend 1 year waiting for your parent to get school fees, will you call one of your friends to pay your tuitions? But if you have already saved a amount apart to start the university, when your students, they are organizing themselves to get your tuition, you will be taking the time ahead. You'll be starting the university ahead instead of waiting that 1 year sitting at home. And also, ask yourself, this is part of how to think why you should have that discipline. If you have ever wanted to have a phone when you finish your high school, currently you don't have. I know some of you have phones, students online and students here, but you might have the phone which you don't really, you are not proud of. You need a smartphone. You need a good one. You should plan ahead. You say, you know, I will need a phone. Let me start saving today. With those savings, at that time when you finish high school, you'll be having money even to buy more than one phone, if you take that habit. So discipline is a good behavior when you are developing a saving culture. So here's 3 tricks when you are building your discipline. 1, save the same day money arrives. Don't wait. When the money arrives, take the portion of that money, save it fast before doing anything. 2nd, track every francs for 1 week. Track every money you are spending. Track every money that is coming through your hands. Because in 7 days, you'll be short where your money goes. You see your money goes in biscuit, bombo, in sweets, but at home you really have many things similar to that one you are spending money for. If you track your money well, you will be surprised that you have wasted a lot of money which you should have saved. Tell one friend your goal. A goal spoken out loud has a witness. If you tell someone, you know, I'm saving for a phone, or I'm saving for a tuition, someone to hold you to it, he will or she will always remind you when you are going to overspend. Your friend will remind you, you remember that you have the goal? You remember that you are overspending and while you have the goal to achieve? Someone you hold to it, someone who you trust. And also, think about who you are going to choose. So, even if we're talking about how to save, there is enemies that should block you to reach your goal. They are peer pressure. Buying because your friends are buying. You saw your friend have a new type of jeans, and then you say, you know, I should have that. And you remember at the starting, you had a goal. You had a plan of saving for something. And if you are looking at others, you are looking at your friend's shoes, your friend's watch, how will you arrive on your goal? This is not a sacrifice. I'm not telling you to sacrifice yourself. I'm telling you to be consistent on what you are doing. To be consistent on your target. Not because you saw your friend have a good watch and then you are planning to buy it, with the saving you plan to buy maybe shoes. Because when you decide to save for shoes, it's because you have identified the shoes as the need that you can make your target for savings. There is also impulse buying. Wanting it only because you saw it. You pass by, you saw a good jeans, just because you saw it, you want to buy it. There are many people who are like that. He's in a bus park, person pass by with good jewels, then you start asking, how much? With no plans, just because you saw it, you are going to buy it. You don't, some of those items, even people don't use them. Unfortunate. Because you saw it, you buy it. When you reach home, you say, it doesn't fit me. Daily leaks. Airtimes. Snacks. 200 at a time. You see? Because, you know, I'm not at home, I'm moving outside. At home there's a Wi-Fi, and then I will need to stay online. You're buying airtime of 100. 100 gone. You are walking outside of your home, you see at a boutique, there is snacks. Why can't I take a donut? That's another 100 gone. Those daily tracks, leaks, which you should have not spent on, they are making you spend money, which you should have not spent. Because at home they have cooked. But because you passed by and then you saw snacks, you know, let me buy a snack. You might even buy it when you are coming home full of food, you have no issue with hunger. But because you saw a donut, you say, let me buy it. There are people who are like that. Betting, the biggest trap. It seems as shortcut, but betting is designed for you to lose. Dear students, how many people did you see get rich because they get money from betting? Can anyone tell me? Anyone have an example of a friend or a person who got rich from betting? When you see it, they say you are going to put 500 and then you are going to get 5 million. And then you say, this is a shortcut. Put those 500, they are gone. You say it's because maybe it's bad luck. Let me put 5,000. You put 5,000, they are gone. Oh, the money you should have saved, they are out in no time. So, treat every flanks that goes to betting as flanks you choose to throw away. More on scams, first opportunity in week 3, when you see that they're saying, you know, you are going to put 100,000 and then in 3 weeks you are going to get 500 Rwandan francs. What kind of business can you get that money? Those who are doing entrepreneurship and accounting, you know what they call business plans, right? When you are doing a business plan, there is the money you are going to invest, how you are going to earn, how you are going to pay tax, how you are going to pay spends. And there is interest after all of that, all of those expenses. How do you think you are going to invest 100,000 Rwandan francs, and then in 2 weeks you are going to get 500,000? Let's go ahead. So, Now we're going to talk about saving culture. If you build a culture of saving, it will be easy on you to save. In Rwandan culture, there is also many ways of saving because it is embedded in our culture. You know, there is saving groups, what they call ibimina, where the community lift each member in turns, where they put the money together, they give it to someone, then there's a next round for someone. Or where they put money for saving, after some time they split. This is in our culture. I don't know if there's no one who knows Ichimina. You know it for sure. And also there is Ejohez, you know it. It's a way of saving for your future, for your pension. When you put that money, there is interest that comes with that money you put there. And also, for your generations, student who learns this now will build businesses, home, and stronger one. Because if we start with women and then you have Ejoheza, and then you students who are learning this today, and you start saving, you save for your future, but you are saving for the country. Because when you are learning a business, you are paying employees. You are making your money work for others because you are paying others. You are paying taxes that help us to build our country. You are paying for your medical insurance for your family, for the people who works for you. What you are doing, what you'll be doing in the future will be building our country. But all it starts with you. Right? So, when you are still here, what other types of saving we know in our culture? Apart from from Ibimina and Ejohez.
Piggy banks.
That's a good saving one. Other one? We have saving clubs in schools, right? Isn't it? It's a good culture we are developing in our country because when it starts with you, to go beyond. Any other example? Okay, let's move. So, what?
Since you have school clubs for saving, do you have also clubs in jobs for saving?
Yes, some of the institutions, they have Ibimina within their institution, where they put money, and then when you want some kind of loan, they give you a loan with a low interest, and then you will pay back so that others will be able to get loans.
Apart from that, loans, can they act as a way of saving, like lending your money to someone else, expecting an interest?
Yes. You know, when you put your money there, they loan it to some people who are within that group of people you work together with that kind of interest. But within time, when you want you want to depart from that group, they will give you your money plus those interests which they was calculating for those people who was getting loans. And even for you, if let's say you got an issue, you want 10 millions, they get that money with low interest. When you compare those interests to the bank's interest, and then when you see there's a difference more than 15%, and the 15% is a bigger amount. You do what you want to use your money for, and then you pay back with that interest, and those interests will be shared among the members, including you. So they say,
At school we save,
yes,
but we don't get interest.
you don't get interest.
There is this problem, and every week we save 1,000.
Yes,
And when we don't give the money to the person who's supposed to keep it,
yes.
there are penalties. You get deducted like 200.
Okay,
And when you lend someone money,
yes,
the interest they give is not enough to get interest.
yeah.
And you find that sometime at the end of the month, you get less money than the one you gave to them.
Yeah. Have you ever had a department in bank called Risk Management Department? That's it. You at school, you are students. You don't do business. You don't invest, right? If you lend like a student or a colleague of yourself, 10,000. Let's say 5,000 because he or she is going home, she'll be back soon, and then she doesn't have a ticket. Where do you think she's going to get interest? She doesn't work, and that money is not going to be invested. But for the grown people, when they get those loans, they pay interest because they are going to put that money where the money is going to grow. You remember when I said what I said? We save to put money together, but we invest to grow the money. Because that person have grown that money, he got more profit. Within that profit he got, he's paying. But when you lend a student, a colleague of yours, I don't think that money you lend your friends, your colleagues, is an investment. But when you save that money and then it reaches at a certain amount, when you are going home, when you are going to take out your money, you can save it to your bank account, or depending on the amount, you can invest it. You are going to ask me, I'm a student, how am I going to invest my money? When I was at primary, do you know pig? Pork. So, I bought one because I didn't have a time to care about it. I gave it to someone, and then we had an agreement. If to get birth, we are going to split the children. Do you know how much was the children? How much? It was 10,100 francs. And then you know how much did I buy that pig? 10,000. Within around 7 months, it got birth. It was 7 kids. And then those 7 small pigs, we split them. And then because one we shouldn't, we sold it. And then I got like 35,000, which I already bought other small pigs to give people so that I will keep splitting with them. When I reached at school, at high school, there was some issues with at home of money for paying me the tuition. I sold some of them to get tuition because I passed the examination, and then the parents started to say, you know, we will not afford to pay your tuition. Ask me where I got those 10,000 I started with. When I visited aunties, they used to give me like 1,000. It was in the village because we used to walk. We didn't take buses. So when they give me that 1,000, I put it at pocket. Okay, when I reach home, I tell my mom, you know, keep this for me. I was good at mathematics. She shouldn't say you have 7,000 when I know it's 10. When it reached at 10,000, I looked for a good pig, and then I said, since I cannot be able to care about this pig, because I'm studying and I'm doing home duties, because in the village, we go to fetch waters, we go to get firewood, and so on. So I said, let me give it to someone, and then the profit will split. And then you know what? That pig is growing. When I'm going to split, I will take out my 10,000, and then we split the rest. You understand how much money I got from there? There are many ways of growing your money. I know some students that are in town where they can't do that kind of growing money I did, investment I did. But you can put your money in Aeronite Fund. You can put your money in Ejo Heza. Imagine if you save your money in Ejo Heza within 5 years or 10 years, and then you want to take out your money, how much will you get? So what you do at school is saving, is not investing. That's why you would not expect interest when in a club you are lending money to your colleagues. Right? Any other? Okay.
Do all saving accounts earn interest, or there are types of accounts which earn?
When it is called saving account, it should be generating interest within a defined time frame. Okay?
Like grown-ups,
Yes.
you have friends, so a friend would reach out to you and ask for help. So for you, maybe you have this idea and say like, let me lend you this money and you will give me back the money with interest. But the friend doesn't pay back.
Yes.
How do you manage that? How do you take that as a loss? How?
Okay. I know. Sometimes we lend money to wrong people, then they don't give our money back. But before giving that money to that person, ask yourself 3 questions. First, am I going to sacrifice myself when lending this money? Second, if this money doesn't come back, will I survive this? Will I keep living? Third, it might happen. It might happen that person will never give you your money back, but when you see the situation, you see, your friend is living in a complicated situation so that you would not dare to ask your friend to pay back. So, if you are lending money, lend money that you will be able to bear the loss of losing that money. That's my advice. When you are lending money to your friend, even with or without interest, the money which is out is out. In finance, how do you calculate in finance the money lent and the cash money? When you are calculating cash flow, they are debits. When you are calculating the money you are expecting, the debt which are supposed to be paid back, it's expected money. It's not the money you have. It means even if you have plans to use that money, you can't execute those plans without getting cash flow. So what does it mean? When you are giving the money to your friends without contract, without a written consent, which is a friendly gesture, give the money which you are willing to when you lose that money, you will not get issues. Any other question? Yeah. When you?
When a person takes something and does not pay.
Yes.
We normally prepare a provision for bad debts.
Yes.
Expecting not to be paid.
Yes.
Even saving, can we provide for bad debts, provision for bad debts?
Because when you say savings, it's cash. So, saving, it's the money you already saved. You can account that money in cash flow. It's not a bad debt because, but if in savings, if you are lending in savings, yeah, you can count it as bad. Imagine, God forbid, you lend the money to your colleague. Give her a microphone. Imagine you are giving the money to your colleagues, and then in her way home, she got an accident. She's not able to come back. Will you go at home and then ask her, you remember, we gave you our money. Will you be able to do that? So, if you are lending the money with or without contract, without calculating the risk behind it, that's why the banks have risk managers. Because before issuing the loan, they calculate interest. So let's say this person, he's getting salary, yes? Okay. How much money is he earning a month? How much money, how many months did they delay to pay him the salary? How and when did he skip the work and then they didn't pay him? They say this person might cause us troubles because we see there is 3 months in the whole year which they did not pay him because he had issues with the employer. So if we give him money, we will lose. And then he was asking 10 million. They say, you know, the money we are able to give you is 3 million. That's what they call risk management. Because they say, because we see he's still there, let's give him 3 million. The risk is low because he's getting low money. And these 3 millions, he will be paying them back early. Anyone with other question or can go ahead? Good. So, when you say, I know you students have few money and then you don't get jobs to earn their money, but every day money passes through your hands. Students online and students here. Let's say start with students who are here. I know your parents gave you a ticket to come here. Was it really matching the amount you paid when coming? No. You paid some. When you reach home again, I know you'll be having some money paid. The question, how are you going to use that money paid? Students online, there are some who are visiting families. Your parents have given you a ticket to go there. And as for sure, you have get some left money in your pocket. Some of you, they are buying sweets, they are buying snacks. It's not a bad idea. But first, did you save for yourself? Did you save for your future? In Kinyarwanda, they say, amafaranga make buri munsi yubaka ejo heza. That's small money. Do you know what to build business most? Do you know? Those who start business. Do you know what to build business most? Is the movement of money. Imagine when you are in business and at every 1,000 pass through you, you are remaining with 10 francs. And the more transaction, the more money you stay with. That's what builds business. Because at every item they sell in boutique or in the market, they left with small margins. Those small margins, they are the one accumulate, that will be accumulated, and then they say, this is the interest. So, and you students, Many money, more money are passing through your hands. And you are staying with some portion of that money. Even if your parents is saying, take this money, then go deposit to the bank, he gives you a ticket. And for sure the ticket is more than what you will need. He might say you are going to take back, and then you choose. When you reach to the destination, you say, I'm coming back, there's no reason to take back. So you take a bus. How much money will you remain when you take bus? It's a lot. Because you are not in a hurry, you choose to take a bus, unless if you are in a hurry. And then the difference is somehow big, where you were supposed to pay 2,000, you took a bus, you remained with 1,500. And you reached home safely. Because the target was to reach home. Imagine if you reach home with that 1,500 and then you decide to save that 1,000 and you remain with that 500. Because currently you are in holiday, I don't know if you ever have many needs at your table. If you save that money, I'm pretty sure that in coming years, you will be grateful for yourself, saying, if I have known this before. Second, track the movement of your money. That's what the people are losing. Take your notebook, write every money you are receiving. Track how you are paying that money out. You are getting it out. You will be surprised because you will see. You ask you after 1 week, ask yourself, analyze those numbers. Ask yourself, or are these all items I bought? Was it really necessary to buy them? Because you might, at home, you might have eaten a bread. But when you pass through at the boutique, you say, there's donuts. Let me take a donut of 300. You might think those 300 is a small amount, but imagine if you save those 300 per day. It's 9,000 per month. When you reach at year, it will be more than 100. Imagine if you have 100,000 per year. And some of you do it every day. So, currently, we are going to ask ourselves, are we considering saving as our first bill? Do we know our needs from what we want? Because people have a misunderstanding between needs and wants. Who can explain the difference between the needs and wants?
Okay. A need is just something you have to do or you have to get so that you can survive. So that you can survive and continue living in harmony. And a need doesn't wait for a time. But a want is that thing like you wish to have. Once you don't get it, there is no big effect to you. But also a want can wait for some days, for some months, even years. But need doesn't wait.
Oh, good. That's a good explanation. That's the problem with some of you young generations. When you pass through a shop, you see something, many of you consider it as a need. Then you rush to buy without asking yourself, without considering your future, without asking where you are heading. Because when you ask yourself, where I want to be in 5 years, what do I wish to have? you should think and plan ahead. Some young generation doesn't have a plan in their mind. That's the issue we have. Sorry to say that. But you know that some of the young generation, if you ask them, where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want to achieve in 5 years? Can anyone of you tell me what the plan for the next 5 years? Just open discussion. Can you tell me?
I think my plan in 5 years is to have finished my secondary school and find a better school to study in for university.
Good. So when you are having a plan, you always do something about it. And I think you are doing something about it. If you are planning that, I think you are taking much of your time leading, learning what they are teaching at school. Anyone who have other plans? Or of you have the same plan? God be with you. And also, there is an issue of thinking you are having small amount of money. There is no small amount. Even when you are counting, in accounting, don't you count cents? Below zero. 0.5, 0.3, 0.8. You do. Why do you calculate them? Because it always counts. When it is not zero, even when it is zero, it counts. Even when it is below zero, it counts. Because if it's minus, it's a debt. You know? So, some of you see the money as a small portion. If you have one coin of 100, yes, sir. What should I do with this one? Let's buy a sweet. You have already spent that money, and that person who is in the boutique there have taken his margin. Because in that boutique, that 100 you are paying, there is almost 70, which when he paid to bring that biscuit in the boutique, and then he's taking his margin of that. Imagine if you are taking 10 sweets, he's remaining with 300. You understand? In that 1,000 you are paying, he's remaining with 300. And you are not only taking those sweets. You might say, let me also buy a soda. He's taking other 400. That summation, that's what makes interest for him. So, don't treat any amount as small. Treat any amount that passes through your hand as accounting. And also, consistent bit bigs. Do you know what that means? That culture was saying about it. If you say, you have your target to say, I know every day or 3 times a week they send me out to buy something. Let me remain, and I know I remain always with 500. Let's say I'm going to save 300 per each transaction I'm going to make with those 500. I'm going to save those 300. Or I'm going to even to save 100. That consistency, that repetition of saving activities will beat that person who saved once. So, let's make it culture. In Kinyarwanda they say, kuzigama ni ingeso, si umubare. Nimba watekereje kuvuga ngo nzajya nsevinga bigire umuco. Nimba ubonye 300 go, okay, 200 I'm going to save this. Utabanje gutekereza. Kuko ibyo ukenera bizahoraho. We will always want many things. People, until they die, there's always wants in their mind. You buy a car, you want a helicopter. You buy a helicopter, there is, you want a private jet. So, let's take a break and take the question of, okay, before we take a break. A microphone. Give us a microphone, okay?
Us, young generation,
Yeah.
some of us we have like a problem. We believe that we come from rich families. Why do you have to save? We got everything we want, we need. When we are done with our secondary school, our family have planned to open some businesses. Why should we save? Why do we have to save? Everything we need, our parents are there, got our back. Why do you have to save? Like, what advice can you give to some of us who think in that way?
I would say there is no consistent situation ever. Imagine if, I don't wish that, but imagine if there is an issue that would come to your family so that your parent won't be able to go to work tomorrow. Imagine it might happen. I don't wish it. Imagine your parent got your back, but you don't know the struggle they are passing. Maybe they are using bank loans. Imagine if their business fails and then they are going to struggle paying the banks, having you back also. You should have your backup plan. Second, even if your parents are able to do that, don't you want anything that comes from your hand that you'll be proud of? That you'll be proud of saying, I earned this, I made this for myself. Even if they are giving you everything. Don't you want to buy something for yourself? I know. There are sometimes, even if they are giving you everything you want, but there are sometimes you ask them something and then they say, you know, I will do it next month. Doesn't it happen? You know why they say that? They are calculating. Before buying you a watch, your parent want to pay school fees. Before buying you that phone you want, your parent want to feed you. They are paying other bills aside. That's why they give you that time. So to ease the pain of your parents, plan to do something for yourself. And also plan for that something which we don't wish to have that might happen. There are many people who was rich, who was in rich families, which their family have struggled with life struggles. Now they're asking themselves, what can I do to recover? And they had a chance to save for their future, to save that money they was giving them when they are going to school. Okay, let's have a break. We'll come and we'll start with the questions of the other colleague student asked online. We'll come in shorter time. Thank you.
Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant, and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.ikparwanda.com to register.
Hey, guess what's back? Holiday Mula Mindset is back for edition 2. And this year, we are thinking even bigger. Ever wondered what your favorite app, AI, a World Cup tournament, a hit movie, a successful business, a hospital, or even your dream career all have in common? Every big idea needs smart money decisions. And that's where accounting skills come in. This holiday, we're taking you behind the scenes to discover how money, business, technology, entertainment, sports, healthcare, and innovation all connect, and why accounting is at the heart of it all. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for fun, interactive live sessions with inspiring experts who will challenge the way you think about money, business, careers, and your future, and discover why financial knowledge is a superpower that every future leader needs. And that's not all. After every session, take a quiz, earn points, climb the leaderboard, and stand a chance to become a Holiday Mula Mindset champion and win exciting prizes. This holiday, don't just scroll. Learn, explore, compete, grow. Build your Mula mindset. See you online.
ICPA, unlimited possibilities.
Igihe imvura iguye ari nyinshi, urugendo rwo kujya cyangwa kuva ku ishuri rushobora kugaragaramo ibyago byinshi, ariko twese dufatanyije dushobora kurinda umutekano w'abana. Bana, mwirinde kwambuka imigezi igihe yuzuye cyane cyangwa hari amazi menshi atemba mu muhanda cyangwa ahandi hantu hatandukanye. Ibyo bishobora gutera impanuka ikomeye cyangwa bigatwara ubuzima bwawe. Bana, mugende mu matsinda kandi munyuze mu nzira zizwi kandi zitekanye. Kugendana bituma mufashanya kandi mukabasha gutabarana igihe bibaye ngombwa igihe habaye ibibazo. Igihe imvura iguye ari nyinshi cyangwa irimo inkuba, ugama mu nzira iri hafi yawe, utegereze kugeza igihe imvura ihitiye ubone gukomeza urugendo. Ababyeyi bakwiye kumenya inzira abana banyuramo bajya cyangwa bava ku ishuri, kandi aho bibaye ngombwa bakabaherekeza. Abarezi bakomeze kwigisha abanyeshuri kwirinda gukinira mu mazi, kwambuka imigezi yuzuye cyangwa kugama munsi y'ibiti mu mvura irimo inkuba. Iyo ababyeyi, abarezi n'abanyeshuri bafatanyije, buri mwana agenda amahoro kandi akagaruka mu rugo atekanye. Umutekano w'abanyeshuri ni inshingano za twese.
Icyo twakora ngo twirinde gukubitwa n'inkuba ku ishuri. Ibihe by'imvura cyane cyane umuhindo n'itumba, tugira inkuba ziteza ingaruka zikomeye iyo hatabayeho kwitwararika. Abanyeshuri bari mu bakunze kwibasirwa no gukubitwa n'inkuba. Niyo mpamvu buri munyeshuri asabwa kubahiriza ingamba zikurikira, by'umwihariko igihe imvura irimo inkuba. Guhagarika gukinira hanze mu gihe imvura itangiye kugwa. Kwihutira kugama mu ishuri cyangwa indi nyubako iri hafi, ukava byihuse mu mazi. Kwirinda kugama munsi y'ibiti mu gihe uva cyangwa se ujya ku ishuri. Kirazira gukoresha telefone mu gihe cy'imvura nk'iyo. Kirazira kureka amazi cyangwa gukora indi mirimo hanze mu mvura nko kumesa cyangwa se gufura n'ibindi. Comokora mudasobwa n'ibindi byuma byose bikoresha amashanyarazi. Irinde kwegera hafi y'iminara y'itumanaho cyangwa hafi y'uruzitiro rukozwe mu byuma ibizwi nka za senyenge. Irinde kwegera cyangwa kwegamira inzugi n'amadirishya cyane cyane bikoze mu byuma. Aha turavuga na za grillage. irinde gukorakora no kwegera ibyuma bitandukanye bigize inyubako z'amashuri. Irinde kwitwikira imitaka ifite utwuma two hejuru. Irinde guhagarara ahamanukira umurindankuba mu kigo ujye nibura muri metero 3. Ni ngombwa kugira uburyo bw'itumanaho buzwi n'abanyeshuri ndetse n'abarezi bwifashishwa mu gutanga ubutumwa buburira. Aha twavuga nk'inzogera, indangururamajwi n'ibindi bikoresho bishoboka. Kwirinda ingaruka z'inkuba twese tubigire ibyacu. Ingaruka z'inkuba mu bigo by'amashuri. Abayobozi b'ibigo by'amashuri, barezi, abanyeshuri namwe babyeyi. Abanyeshuri n'abandi baba mu kigo bari mu bakunze kwibasirwa n'inkuba mu bihe by'imvura. Cyane cyane mu muhindo, imvura y'umuhindo n'imvura y'itumba. Aho tugira inkuba nyinshi zikubita zigateza ingaruka zikomeye iyo hatabayemo kwitwararika. Muri izo ngaruka harimo gutwara ubuzima bw'abantu. Inkuba zirica, twagiye tubibona hirya no hino mu bigo. Gutwika uwo ikubise ikamuteza ubushye bukomeye ku bice bitandukanye by'umubiri. Gusigira ubumuga butandukanye uwo yakubise, harimo kwangirika kw'imitekerereze, guhungabana no guhagarara kw'ibice bimwe na bimwe by'umubiri, iyo twita paralysis mu Cyongereza cyangwa se paralysis mu Gifaransa. Gutwika ibikoresho, cyane cyane ibikoresha amashanyarazi biba ku kigo cy'amashuri, haba hari ibikoresho byinshi bikoresha umuriro w'amashanyarazi bishobora kuba byakwangirizwa n'inkuba. Hari uguteza inkongi y'umuriro ku nyubako ndetse no kuzisenya. Ibyo bigenda bigaragara nabyo hirya no hino mu gihugu cyacu. Bityo rero turasabwa twese kugira imyitwarire yo kugira ngo tugabanye yuko twakwangirizwa n'inkuba mu buryo butandukanye.
I believe strongly that when we collaborate, you can go much further than it be.
We're full on in. So I'm the director with entrepreneurships with the Ministry of Education in Rwanda, with the Rwanda Basic Education Board, and also with the World Bank for Rwanda, so that we can make great strides in foundational learning for all teachers in Rwanda, also for all of the learners in Rwanda.
What we heard from all the speakers should invigorate us, should re-energize us, to make sure that we leave here with that dedication and commitment. And we go forth as the young child that spoke yesterday to move towards less talking and more action, as she said. So let us work together to indeed make a difference that our children will feel and their children will benefit from.
Honorable guests, it's my deep conviction that solid early education will become all the more vital as time advances. Achieving sustainable development will require our children and their own to wield every available ounce of intellectual, social and emotional intelligence to ensure that education and growth actually translate into progress for all.
kumva ese autism ni ese bifite turushaho kumufasha gute, ese ni gute ushobora kumenya ko umwana afite autism. Imyanzuro izaza uzabona mu cyumweru gitaha nuko mu matitisi tugomba gushyiraho option ya special needs. Iyo option ya special needs basanzwe bariga n'isomo, ariko twifuza abanyeshuri biga special needs muri TTC bakagraduate kugira ngo bajye gusapotinga muri primary. Nagira ngo rero tubashimire uruhare mwagize kugira ngo first conference ya mbere ibashe kuba. Shimira buri umwe wese watanze ibitekerezo. Nagira ngo wenda buri muntu wese atahari ikintu. Disability is not inability.
The Rwanda Basic Education Board Multimedia Production Studio is on a mission to transform education through technology. With a vision to become a leading multimedia production hub, the studio is dedicated to enhancing digital learning, fostering innovative educational content, and ensuring accessible, high-quality education for all.
It will also enable teachers to improve themselves and support each other's growth. We aim to bring this program to all schools.
To achieve this, the studio focuses on developing high-quality multimedia learning materials, supporting cost-effective digitization, improving capacity, and ensuring learning continuity. By expanding broadcast channels and streamlining production, it aims to make education more efficient and widely available. The studio adds significant value by reducing costs, increasing in-house production capacity, and ensuring rapid content delivery through social media, television, and radio. From multimedia learning materials and live science experiments to edutainment programs and digital textbooks, the studio embraces a diverse range of content. Its delivery methods include pre-recorded and live-streamed programs, talk shows, documentaries, and sign language videos, ensuring inclusivity and engagement for all learners. Through innovation and technology, the Rwanda Basic Education Board is shaping the future of education, making learning more dynamic, interactive, and accessible.
This annual national dialogue will serve as a platform to reflect our progress, identify challenges, and prioritize actions to improve inclusive education. Together, we will remain steadfast in our mission to ensure education for all, leaving no one behind.
Together, we can ensure teachers are supported and equipped to fully have inclusive classrooms, empowered to educate the decision makers and leaders of our shared tomorrow.
It is a privilege to join you today for this two-day national dialogue to engage in meaningful discussions on the critical topics of inclusive and special needs in education. As we deliberate, let us remember that inclusion benefits everyone. When we embrace diversity, we enrich our education system and society. By supporting learners with disability, we'll cultivate compassion, resilience, and innovation in our classroom and communities. Let us use this dialogue as a platform to listen, share experiences, and co-create solutions. Together we can build an education system that truly embodies our values of equity, dignity, and excellence. Thank you, and I look forward to a productive discussion ahead.
Hey, guess what's back? Holiday Mula Mindset is back for edition 2. And this year, we're thinking even bigger. Ever wondered what your favorite app, AI, a World Cup tournament, a hit movie, a successful business, a hospital, or even your dream career all have in common? Every big idea needs smart money decisions. And that's where accounting skills come in. This holiday, we're taking you behind the scenes to discover how money, business, technology, entertainment, sports, healthcare, and innovation all connect, and why accounting is at the heart of it all. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday for fun, interactive live sessions with inspiring experts who will challenge the way you think about money, business, careers, and your future. And discover why financial knowledge is a superpower that every future leader needs. And that's not all. After every session, take a quiz, earn points, climb the leaderboard, and stand a chance to become a Holiday Mula Mindset champion and win exciting prizes. This holiday, don't just scroll. Learn, explore, compete, grow. Build your Mula mindset. See you online.
ICPA, unlimited possibilities. Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant, and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.icparwanda.com to register. Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.ikparwanda.com to register. Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.ikparwanda.com to register. Looking to launch a career that's recognized, respected, and full of opportunity? The Certified Accounting Technician's CAT qualification is your gateway to becoming a trusted professional in accounting, tax, bookkeeping, audit, and more. If you have completed O-level, the CAT qualification is designed for you. Even better, you can complete the...
In this session, let's start with the questions asked online by our fellow students who are watching this session online. The first question was asked by the person who was watching the online was between Ibimina and SACCOs, which is better for students starting tomorrow, like saving for my Inhoko project. So when you have a longer project and you're asking yourself if you can use a SACCO and Chimina, sometimes we know that to go to SACCO, it will require you a time to travel to go there. But if you use, you start with Ichimina, which is nearby, with the people you trust, with the people you live with every day, and also with that discipline of saving. Because if you start with Chimina, you will have that consistency. It's not like SACCO, you go there wherever you get money. But if you have Ichimina, you have the motive of getting that money because you'll be required to pay at a consistent time. So start with Ichimina, and then the money you get in Chimina, you put it on your SACCO account. And also, SACCO, because SACCO is regulated, safe, and keep liquid, and then it can be opened by your parents. But when you start with Chimina, you can start with that, even that small amount, with consistent. Then if you get that a big amount, you go to the SACCO, you deposit that money, and then when you reach to your In Hoko project, SACCO saving record with the history and you can support a small loan later. You can go and then you say, you know, I have maybe 50,000. I want to start a project with 80,000. They can support a loan to support your project. Even you might start that project and then after you face some issues buying foods for your chickens and then you approach SACCO, they can support you because you have already deposited and then you have an account there. So, the other question was, if some months my responsibility go above 30%, like extra school needs, should I cut from needs and reduce saved first? So, the 50-30-20 split is a guide, not a law. A heavy month is allowed to bend it. When you see you have many needs, you can say, today I'm going to save 10%, depending on how your needs are bending you or they are crushing you. Because you might have many needs today, but in the next month, you might have a few needs. Then you say, today I saved 10, the next month I'm going to save 30 or 40, depending on how you see the amount you have and comparing to the needs you want to spend on. First, hunt for wants, hiding inside your needs, because there are some of wants which we think they are needs. First, evaluate, analyze yourself. Analyze with that rule I said of writing down everything you are spending on in the whole week. Then after that week, analyze where your money is going, if it is going in needs. That's when you uncover the truth of where there is some wants which are hiding in your needs. And you also, after that, you will trim all those before touching anything else. Second, if it's still not enough, lower the saving share. You can lower, but even 2-0, even 5 keeps the habit alive. Because you can't say you're going to save when your needs are not met. Right? But instead of going 2-0, at least go to 5. Then when you see the month is okay, go to 30. When it's bad, go to 20. Instead of going 2-0. Right? Instead of going to protect the habit, say it's okay. I know that I have many things I need, but at least in this 10,000, let me save 500. You might think it's small, but when you save it for a longer time, it will help you a lot. And there is another question said, I have written a business plan for rearing in Hoko. What is the first accounting habit to build even before my first sale? Okay. So the first thing is to open a simple cash book. It might be a notebook from day one. Write date, item, money in, you entered, the money spent, every single franc you are using for that project. Second, separate pocket. Money business and personal money must not mix, because when you use your pocket money in a business, you will never realize that you spent the investment you made in your project. And the second, the same separation rules as saving. Also separate your pocket money, your business money, and your saving money. If you start a business and you are still having that habit of saving, separate them. Write down every spend on your project. Write down every money coming in for your project. And also record every cost, chicks, feed, transport, so much. Your first sale shows the real profit, not a guess. So you have numbers. In accounting, there is no guess. It's numbers. When you see, you will have all expenses you spent on your Inhoko project, and then when the money starts coming in, you will start counting. You say, I spent, let's say, 50,000, or maybe 200,000. When the money starts coming in, you will start saying the expenses versus the money, the profit which is coming in, and then you remove expenses, and then you will stay with the profit. With that profit, you have also to know that you will keep feeding your chicken. If the project is bigger, you have to know that you have to pay taxes. If you pay for transport when you are going to buy those food for chickens, you have to write it down as cost also, so that you have the realistic numbers. So everything needs accounting here before even you go to sales. Before, when you have your business plan, when you start buying the tools, when you are starting buying chickens, when you start buying foods, everything has to be kept in liquid without a guess. So, and when I get that money, I take it as a blessing because it helps to increase the amount of money in my saving. This was a student watching online. That's pay yourself first in action. Gifts is an income too, and the share goes to the future self before anything else. So, the money with a name is harder to waste. Do you know what it means? It means the money you have worked for, you know the pain it made you to make that money, you will never spend it luckless. You will spend it wisely. You will spend it knowing that you have to save to expand your project, or even to start a new project. So, if there is anyone with a question, you can ask before we go ahead. Any question? Okay.
My question is, before you say that, maybe a child can think that every parent can do anything, her or him.
Yes.
But mostly that's not the problem for all children. There are some children who believe in that, but there are other ones who believe that no parent can give the permission in order to find their own money.
Yeah.
Like a parent can say, I don't want you to go to find a job because I'm here for you. So maybe that can make a child believe that parents that didn't give him or her light.
Yes. To answer to your question, let me tell you one thing. Every parent is and would be happy to see her child save, not to get a job, because you are still children, you are still learning, you are still, many of you didn't even get age to work. That's why. But when you come to your aunt, they give you like 10,000, you use like 3,000 as ticket, and then you say, Mom, please save this 7,000 for me. At the end of the holiday, then you say, how much money did I give you? And then maybe she might say it's reached 30 or 5 or 50K. And then you say, give me that money, I want to put it on my account. Even if you don't have account, you can say, Mom, I want to open a bank account, go with me, help me open bank account, I want to start saving. A parent would be happy to have a child like that. Because that's when you start realizing that your child is thinking beyond the expectation. that your child is still, you have started planning her future. Even your parent can help you in saving because you have started it. But if you have not started it, how will they know that you want to start a saving? Right? Did I answer your question? Good. So, now comes money skills. Everywhere we go, money. You go to market, money. You go to hospital, money. You want to go somewhere, you pay a bike or you pay a bus. Money is part of our life. So, if we are not going to learn out of money, we have to embed with money. Right? There is I have a friend who have a saying, money is part of our body. If you don't have money, you are dying. Right? So, when you are going to buy airtime, ask yourself, do I really need this airtime that much so that I can't save this money? You have to compare. You might really need that airtime. But ask yourself, why do I need this airtime? Maybe you just want to call a friend of yours, you talk news, then it's okay. Nothing in profit. Why can't you wait your parents, then you tell them you want to call someone, use their phone with their money. You keep your money, and then you make calls. Right? Second, you have to ask yourself, do I need snacks or transport? I know some of the students, you give them money for transport, then after a while they say, you know, those 2K you give me, I have spent like 500, I won't be able to use 1,500 because it's race money. Because he already takes as snacks. And at the beginning, the money was for the transport. That's what we call misuse. You use the money for something which was not planned to be used for. Right? Each choice is a price. If you choose to buy airtime over saving, it's a price for your future. If you buy snacks instead of paying transport, it's a price. Because when you start calling your parents, you say you have misused the money. You have given the money for transport and then used it for a sweet. Even if your parent will not tell you that, he or she will start to doubt you. How money for the transport became the money for snacks. You might be needing those snacks before using that money because you don't even know if your parents have the other money to send you. Call your parent, tell, I want a snacks. When the situation is not good, your parent will say, you know what, hold a bit, you reach home, you find a food. Because you might even call, ask for money, more money, and then your parents say, no more money. What will you do? You will start planning to walk while you had the full transport. So, when you start this habit at your age, you are still young, you still have many opportunities ahead. You grow your habit with your lifetime, and then when you start to save few money, those few amount of money, you will be able even to save a big amount when you'll be able to get it. The saver you are at 16 becomes the investor at 26. That's the difference of 10 years. 10 years is like nothing. You don't know how it happens. You open your eyes, you find yourself, you have 26, your colleagues who have saved, they are big investors, while you have spent your money in wants instead of needs and savings, and then you will start begging for them to give you a job. And then they will say, you are not suitable for this position. So, start saving now, protect your future, protect any inconvenience that might come across your life. You don't know what life is. Life keeps secrets from us, which is someone is using it just and giving you 1,000 per day. How much money a month? That. And a year? And imagine if one machine costs 100,000. How many machines will you be having after 1 year?
3.
How much money will you be getting a day? That's how investors think. Save first, invest your money to grow the money, and then expand. You might think that 1,000 you are saving is nothing, is small. But imagine if you save 1,000 in 100 days, which is almost 4 months, 3 months plus 10 days. And then you are able to start a small business of 100,000. So, let's think otherwise. I saw when he was coming in, many of you took bikes, right? Let's ask ourselves, how much is a new bike? It's around 2 million, right? What if you start planning today, you save, you say, you know, I know when I'm going at school, they give me like 10K. I'm going to at least save 2,000. Imagine in these 10 years, when you finish school, even high school, or even university, you don't have a job, but you have money to buy a bike which is going to give you 5,000 a day. You will not be asking anyone for money, even if you want to travel to somewhere to visit friends, even if you want money for transport to go to the job interview or exams. Because sometimes you ask your family and friends the money for transport to go to do exams, they will say, you know, the situation is bad. Because the parents you have today, they are getting older and you are growing. The money they are working and getting today, they might not be able to get that money in future days. You are the one to support them in those coming days. If you are not saving, how are you going to support the people who are supporting you today? So, second, you need financial skills. Those account books I said. You need to study well. You need to understand business, how business works. Maybe I said a popcorn cooking machine. But when you start it, you will realize that it will need electricity, a place where to set it. When you are doing investment plan, a business plan, you have to calculate it. And a trusted person, to give that machine, and then you say, you know what, I will just need 1,000 per day. The rest is yours. Those starting capital have to be skills that you have to understand and calculate. We know many business fails because people mix three things. People mix their own money with business money and saving money with business money. The business have entered like 50,000, then he take that money he put on saving account. In the other day, 40,000 came in. He take that, those 40,000, he take 20,000, those 40,000, he go and buy a jeans. And remember, maybe it's a chicken business. Those chickens want to eat. Want what? Want people to look after them when you are out selling eggs, maybe. You understand? When the people start asking, you know, we need food for chickens. Yes, I don't have money. They will say, but we saw people paying you yesterday. And you have already used the money. When you understand your business, as you are studying, many of you business and accountings, and you do the right numbers, the money skills widen every door, because every business you enter, you'll be understanding. You'll be understanding the numbers. So, here's the thing that's going to change everything. When you take income minus spending, people think is saving. People, some people. The money you earned minus the money you spent, you think this is going to be saving. This is not how it works. Usually, when you are going to calculate the money coming and the money spent, sometime you will be shocked. The income minus saving, that's what we call spending. So, pay yourself first and spend what remains. There is always something saved. Always. If you want a shoes for 20, there is always a shoes for 18. Right? If you want a watch that costs 20,000, there is always a watch for 18,000, which is not even bad for compared to what you wanted for 20. So, don't mistake things. Don't have money and spend, and then you say, I'm going to save after I spent. No. You take the money, and then you take out savings, and then you spend the rest. So, here's the 3 steps you can use to pay yourself. First, choose your share. Even if it's a 10% or 20%. Decide the percentage before the money. Even if you are planning to get the money, plan before you receive that money. You say, this money which is coming, I'm going to save 20%. Or I'm going to save 10%. Second, move it to a separate place. Okay? Do it the same day. The hour you decide everything, before airtime, before snacks, before anything, before transport, when you save that money, you take out that saving money, you save it right away without other needs. Because as we saw before, you might pass by and then you see a new jeans and then you want to buy it. As we saw it before, You might have a friend who have issues and then you are well connected and then he want or she wants you to lend her your money. If you have saved and you see it's really necessary, go ahead, but you have already saved your share. So, second, separate your needs versus what you want. Needs cannot wait. For example, if your parent gives you transport for transportation to every day at school, transport can't wait, food can't wait, school materials can't wait, basic like soaps can't wait, but wants can wait. You can not take snacks today, but you are not going to drink to die, right? Data for games. There are some people who pay, or students who pay internet just for playing games, right? That one can wait. Trend shoes. You can say, you know, because I know I'm saving, those trend shoes, I'll buy them in 3 months. I don't need them, right? They can wait, but you can save because those shoes, they will be unusable in 4 to 6 months, but the money you are saving for your future in 10 years or 5 years will be worth when your parent will be older, not able to help you, not able to support you. You will be able to support yourself, even support them. It will be sad if you are not able to support your parents who supported you before. Isn't it? So in order to do that, you have to support yourself before. In order to support yourself, you have to save for your future. It's hard, but it's something that can be done. So, any phone case can wait. Haven't you seen people who have scratched phone cases, but they have money? You know for sure they have money, but their phone, they are scratched and they don't want to change. Haven't you seen them? Good, because they are looking at the bigger picture. They say, this can wait. The phone, it is still working. I can wait for 3 to 5 months. I'll be buying another one, but the target I have, I'll be achieving it. Instead of buying a new phone case while you did not save, and in the future will be asking you why you did not save, because you'll be seeing at the running project. For example, this person was online. Imagine when you finish high school, and then he started his chicken project. While you are waiting for marks, you are waiting to go to the university, he started his project, he go to university, his project is working. He will not be asking his parent, man to buy jeans, man to buy shoes, man to buy shirts, man to buy soaps. You understand? And his project will be growing. When he will be out of university, he will not be looking for a job, but he will be giving jobs. Don't you want that kind of respect? You are giving people jobs, not looking for a job. These are the kind of mindset you should have today. So, there is another secret called compounding. Do you know something called compounding? Okay. You have 10,000 kept in a box. When it is in that box, after 10 years, it will still be 10,000. But let's say I have my 10,000, I put in an investment account that will give me 10% per year. The earnings start earning too. That money I earned will start earning the money. Then I come back after some time. In 10 years, my 10,000 will be 26,000. Because the money I earned at 10,000 per year was being added, and then the interest started calculating starting from that new capital. When Ellen and IT will come on Tuesday, we'll explain more, because they will show you how the compounding interest, they are very good. When you asked me what should I do with my money, you can start saving now. Any amount can go to RNIT account, and the money start earning the money. I don't know if you understand me. Let's say you are going to school, they give you 20K, you say, let me put 5,000. How many trimesters do you study? 3. That means per year, you are going to put 15,000. Remember those 15,000, they are making interest. The next trimester, put, those are 20. Imagine, those, let's say, keep those 4 trimesters. 4 trimester, in 10 years, they will be 52,000. Imagine if you keep putting that money, and then after you go to check, and then you find maybe you have 5,100,000 francs. It's a good money to start a good project. Right? Right. When they will be looking for jobs, you'll be thinking something to use with your money. A business proposal will be in your mind, saying I can do this with my money. So, now, let's have a goal. Let's say, give a name your project you want to achieve. Let's say in Hoko, let's say popcorn machine, anything. Let's say a bike, I want a bike, and then you say a number. You say, my Nhoko project will cost me 50,000, or my machine will cost me 100,000, and also have a target date. You say, okay, a popcorn machine is 100,000. Let me give myself a year. In next August, when we go in holidays, I'll be having a popcorn machine that will start making me money, right? So, you open account on RNIT, you start putting your money today. You meet, many of you I know when you're about to go to school, you start visiting your aunts, right? You visited your one aunt, give you 5K, it's okay. You visit another aunt, give you 3,000, it's okay. You put on 90, you remain with what you only need. Because we know, your parents buy you, currently they are buying you shoes, wears, whatever you want. Many of you, your parents are buying whatever you want. So if they put your money somewhere, your money is going to make money. And then think ahead. Say, if it's in 2 years or in 1 year, that's when my project will start. Start saving today. Put whatever you want, you can. When you have deducted your needs, put the remaining budget there so that you can plan for your projects. So give your goal a name, a number, a date. Just stop making it just a dream. Many people have a problem. They have dreams, but they don't want to stand up and start. Many people want to build big houses, but they don't do anything about it. Many people want good businesses. They are dreaming. You know, I passed by, I saw there is a supermarket of a friend of mine which was studying together. But you don't want to do anything about it. You didn't even ask them. Some of them have saved for that supermarket. If you ask them, maybe for some and few people, their families can put some money, but no one will start your business. If you start, I can pass by, I'm your family member, and then I see, you are doing well. Just because you had that idea of starting, I can put. The same as I can't put. Right? But when you start your idea and starting saving, you have your target, you can say, which year you're studying in for now? Senior 4. You? Senior 4. You can say, I'm going to finish my high school. After high school, I'll go to university. I will still save. After maybe university, I don't want to work for someone. And then you say, maybe I want to start a supermarket, a small one. Here you put a supermarket. You say, a medium supermarket, it will be around maybe 4 million. And then you say, so now you are in senior 4. You are remaining with 2 more years to finish high school, right? And then maybe you will do 4-year program, university. That's 6 years. And then you say, now in 2030 or 31, depending, you can calculate where, I'll be starting my business. You get that 5,000, you put in every night. Imagine if you have put in like 200,000 per year in every night, and you stop there. In 10 years, it's 500. That means your money will be doubled. You understand? More than double. Imagine if you started today and you put that small, that you call small amount, in those 5 years or 6 years, you will be able to get those 4 millions. And then when you finish university, you see to get a job is hard, and sometimes it is. You know that there's people who have done the university who doesn't have a job? Yes. That means that's the battle which is outside there. You are not yet there. So, to be able to join the battle, you have to have a plan B. What if I finish and I don't get a job? Will you still staying at your home, asking your parents to spend on you? Why there is other relatives and brothers and sisters at home? No, you have to reduce the burden. And even if you can, support them to raise your brothers and sisters. So what you do, if you have those your 4 million, you will start your business. Did I tell you what they call margin? You start a business, and in a 12 box of that holding this bottle of water, it will be costing you around 5,000. You are going to sell one bottle, 700. If you calculate, you will be taking around 300 per bottle. And then in that total box, you are going to take 3,000. Imagine if you sell like 2 boxes a day, 6,000. That was just water. Imagine if you added also juice. And you are taking also 300. That's 12 a day. Imagine if you have added the snacks. And then imagine if you are taking interest of 20,000 per day, those are 600 per month. How many people are getting paid that salary? Do you think, is it easy to get that salary? So, let's have an history of 200 per day. Seems small, right? 200 per month, you'll be saving 6,000. But when you look at a bigger picture here, that will be 73,000. That's a whole Nhoko project. Because when you buy a small chicken, it's around 4,000, I think. And let's say you compound so that you can get a place where to raise those 5 chickens. They are not many. They can give you a small place to put those chickens. In 3 months, you'll be able to get more than 100,000. Right? That was just an example. So to do that, you will stay away from snacks and airtime, unwanted airtime. I didn't say airtime is bad. These 200 francs can help you to start your small project, can help a student who is in Route Zero achieve any amount, like I did back then. That story of POX was one project. For me, I always had a project in my mind. One time I asked my parents, you know what? I want to raise chicken. The same idea as that one. I bought like 1 chicken. It was just 1 chicken. When to put out eggs, I got 12 chickens. In no time, like in like 4 months. That time I was having holidays in July, yes, same as you. I was having more than 20 chickens. And because chicken is in the village, I was not supposed to run out of them to spend more time on them. I asked my parents also to give me small a part of land. So I put some vegetables. I remember as on P4. That's the first time I was happy in my time. I bought my own, from my own money, the notebooks and pens. I remember when I reached at school, I had new notebooks, everything was new, and then the teacher approached me. Where did you get this money? Maybe he thought that I stole from my parents. I gave him numbers. We calculated. I went to market, I sold this, I bought these notebooks for this much. We calculate, I remained with 400. At that time it was notes. Hundreds was notes. Do you still have those 400? Yes, it's here. I showed him. He was not confused. At the end of studies, he said, now I'm going to give you a lift at home. I didn't think much of it. I said, teacher, to give you a ride on a bike at that time. So I jumped on a bike. We went at home. The first question he asked my parents, do you know that your son have money? They said, yes, he went to market to sell vegetables. Where did he get those vegetables? From his own land? That's when he realized that I was telling the truth. With that money, I removed the burden from my parents of buying me notebooks. And even I remember the uniform at that time, I bought them for myself. Another burden reduced so that they will be able to support other brothers and sisters. And also, I was having those chickens. Whenever I wanted anything, I was selling them. It reached a time when I started the project of goats. Buying from those chickens, because there was coming many, unable to manage them, and then I sold them, and then I started with goat project. Because I didn't have a place to put that goat, I gave it to a neighbor, and then I said, whenever profit comes to this goat, we will split. It bring 2 other goats, we split, but I will take the price I bought it from this goat, and then we split also. If we are going to sell this one, I will take out my money I invested in buying it, and then we split the remaining. So, even students in towns, you have many projects you can do. I gave you an example of popcorn machine. You can find means. You know, there is places in Kigali where they are still using bicycles as transport. Imagine if you reach 150 and then you buy a bicycle and then you give it to someone. You know how much money a bicycle provides per day? More than 1,000 a day. And how long can it take you to get 150,000 when you start saving today? We saw that with 200 per day, you can get 73 in 1 year. If you increase, you can get that 150,000 per year. So, wait a bit. Okay. Let's think big so that we can reach where we want. Now, the people which we call rich people, they are people who realize that money can work for you. The money can work when you are still in class. The money can work when you are sleeping. Like, for example, if you buy that bicycle and then you give it to someone, you are here in class. The bicycle will be still working for you, right? A popcorn machine will be still working for you. The rich people, they are people who have had an idea of making money working for them. How many rich people did you see sitting working every day? No, they make deals. And then they say, this deal is going to give me this amount of money every day. And they make deals with the investment money they have saved. You can't go make deal with zero in pocket. No. Even if you are going to the bank, do you know that they ask you, okay, you have a 50 million project. What is your portion? What is your percentage you are going to cover? It's okay. You have a 50 million project. We understand. How much money do you have? Because they want your own commitment to show them that you really want to do that. If you really want to do that, you should have something to start with. Because they are going to support your idea, your project. To own the project, you have to invest in, right? So, start small, think big. These are the sum of the ideation they are going to talk to in these next coming days. Here will be LNIT, here will be RSSP, here will be Capital Market Authority, here will be ICPA mentors, talent match, and also where you will talk different subjects, and also you will learn about AI for the future. How many of you have ever used AI? Which AI did you use? And you? Meta? Meta AI. And you? ChatGPT. Many of you used ChatGPT. So currently, there are many different tools, technology, AI tools. Even if I'm a business analyst, I'm a tech guy. So I know the future will go. We have to know even the current technology so that we build on it. Not using it blindly, build on it. Okay, thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can ask before we end the session. Okay.
So I think like these conversations and these lessons go beyond here.
Yes.
So I want to ask, you say that there is edge,
Yes.
a certain edge to work.
Yes.
To earn money. So, because there is no edge to suffer,
Yes.
and there is no edge not to feel hungry.
Yes.
So, why do they say edge to work?
Yes. Okay. How many years do you have?
16.
16.
Yeah.
For government, they say at 63 you can go in pension. Right?
Yeah.
But in realistic, when you reach above 55, the new employer start doubting you. You put your CV in the others, I say, how many years he left it work? Because they start thinking you are old, you have already you are tired, you are coming and then you will start getting sick and then you are going to go in pension. So for me, when the good years to work for people, it's less than 50. Normal for me, I always worked with plannings. If you can go in retirement at 45, you can enjoy your life. You are still strong, you can eat everything, but when you reach around 50, they will start telling you, if you eat ready meat, you are going to get pressure. If you eat too much sugar, you are going to get diabetes, because you are getting old. So, before 50, if you can work as a donkey. But after 50 years, you will be tired. Even your body will start adapting you. Because when you will be starting to wake up in the morning, you will start asking, am I really going? You'll be wanting to stay in your bed. So that you work as fast and hard as you can, so that you'll be able to enjoy your rest of life. Did I answer you?
Like what I mean is,
Yeah.
They say you
Yeah.
are too young to work.
Yes.
That's what I meant. Not too old to work. To
Yeah.
be old to work, like you can be old, so no energy, but you are young, more energetic.
Yes.
Why can't you like engage in something and work, because life is getting to a point that you don't wish?
Yeah, in fact, that's what I was explaining. I was explaining that when you reach at 50 age, you will not be able to do many things. While you're still young, you still can work as hard as you can, plan ahead, do those savings because you still have time to use them. Imagine if you are 16 and then you save for 10 years. And then, after those 50 years, when you are tired, you start to enjoy the profits because the money will be working itself. Money will be making the money. Right? Money will be making the money will be producing the other money. Then you stay aside, you're just controlling, you're just eating the interest. That's what I was meaning. Right? Any other question? Okay, thank you for attending today's session. Thank you so much.
Entire CAT qualification upon completion of 13 papers, putting you on the fast track to a recognized professional. With the CAT qualification, you don't just qualify, you join a community of professionals. As a CAT member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Rwanda, ICPA, you gain access to continuous profession development, career growth, professional and technical support, networking, international mobility and recognition, among others, keeping you sharp, relevant and ahead of the curve in today's fast-evolving financial world. The CAT qualification is more than a stepping stone. It's your launchpad into a career that grows with you. Start your journey today. Visit www.icparwanda.com to register.